Hi, everybody. How are you
What's up, everybody?
today? We've got a lot to discuss. Me and Perry had a very, very extremely busy morning. So, if you're part of my members only, you guys know what we've been working on. It's getting crazier and crazier. We will update you probably tomorrow or something like that.
Yeah.
Um, so, just got like I just hung up and went live. All right, so we got some good topics today. Good topics. We're going to talk about Jocelyn being on drugs, her drug habit, her arrest, and how she might be in real trouble. Am I echoing?
Not to me.
Okay. All right. Then also we're going to talk about Candy and Marlo cutting up and acting a fool last night. Child, it is a mess, people. It's a mess. We're going to talk about how petty Bravo is to Photoshop Nene. It's not funny. To Photoshop Nene out of any past images.
Oh, damn.
It's so ridiculous. We're going to talk about John Gotti's granddaughter threatening Mayweather's daughter because uh, John Gotti the third lost the fight last night.
Come on now. It's too much.
I don't I don't know why I'm laughing. Yeah, because the whole thing is too much. It's just too much. Let's start with Joseline because Joseline Hernandez is trending everywhere right now. Um, Hold on, let me see if I can find the tape. So somebody sent me, and I would usually be prepared and ready, but I'm not. Um, I gotta have that tape. Hold on, guys. I gotta have. It's gone. Oof. Okay, so last night, Zeus Network, which is my favorite network now. Now I know it's ratchet and a hot ass mess, but let me tell you why I'm preferring that over Bravo. Right now, Bravo is giving me repeat storylines, okay, that I've already seen. They've been on too long. There's not much more different that they can do. I'm just over it. I'm just not enjoying it. Sorry, not trying to get anybody fired or lose anybody's jobs to my friends out in production, but I'm just over it. It's just not good to me anymore. But we're still going to talk about it, but in the next segment. But how can I put this? Because I got to watch my words because people are very, very touchy if you are on sides. And a lot of people like Jocelyn Hernandez and a lot of people don't. But what they give me is realness. Now it's ratchet, right?
Hmm.
That fight that took place last night, Jocelyn Hernandez fighting her castmate, Big Les, was real. And for me, I got to watch how I put this, okay? Jocelyn was amped up. She was amped up. And I know she came out a couple days ago and said that she was no longer on the cocoa, but this fight was insane. Let me try to show you a snippet. I can't show all of it. Of course, they won't air it, but there's a point where she's putting the Big Les in a chokehold and pressing down. And didn't somebody just lose their life to something like that? Anyway, oh, the guy on the subway, the subway, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, yeah, I know you're talking about.
Yeah, you could take somebody's life like that. Now, I understand being mad and being upset, but girl, okay, and I like Jocelyn, I do, but Jocelyn really comes across to me like she's about that life, that stripper life, escort life. I can get
Fighting life.
fighting life,
Yeah.
almost, and she was fighting this girl like she was a pimp. Like she was a pimp. She was kicking her in the ribs. The best I can do fight is a windmill. At that, this girl was straight out beating her like she was a pimp. When the guys would try to break it up, she hit them in the face. She
Wow.
was unstoppable. And Ballistic, her husband, because she admitted on Drink Champs, they're not fiance, they're not engaged. That's her full-on husband. Was about just as bad as she was. Now let's take a peek from this clip. And remember, I can't tell the whole thing, but Perry, have you seen it?
No,
All right, take a look. I did the best I can do because I couldn't show half of. Oh no, hold on. I couldn't show half of it, and y'all know why? Because it just wasn't viewable. So I just put together what I can. While I'm waiting for the shh, I'm getting an echo. While I'm waiting for the download, she ripped the girl out her clothes. I can't. Let me try to turn this down. Hold on. I'm getting an echo.
okay. Nope, I haven't seen this yet, Sharrell, but I heard
Okay,
it
is
was
that
good.
better? I'm getting an
It's
echo.
good. It's good with me.
Okay, she ripped the girl out of her clothes. She kicking her in the ribs where you could really hurt somebody. She pulled her wig off and the stocking cap. Like the stocking cap was gone. Let me hear this. It just downloaded. Let me upload it. It was the most. Hold on.
Joseline Hernandez fighting everybody in this bitch.
That's the wrong one. Hold on. Hold on. Let me see. That's the wrong one. No, that's it. Hold up. Here it is.
That's the whole right.
Now, do you see her putting this woman in a chokehold?
Mm-hmm.
Let's keep going.
Hey man, somebody stop that shit. Hey, stop that girl, man. She killing that girl. Hey, bro, stop that shit, bro. Stop that shit, dog. Stop that shit, bro. Man, y'all niggas ain't shit, bro. For real. Hey, I'm good, but they letting this girl beat the fuck out of this girl. Hey, yo, stop the shit, bro.
Did you just hear Ballistic call her a dumbass bitch?
Yeah, damn.
He's great. It was violent. And then Joseline proceeds to beat up the guy in the green that's trying to stop it. At times, there were two other girls that came out of somewhere. I don't know where they came from. They were actually holding the girl down that was being attacked, Big Les. I mean, damn. Now,
What ain't it?
well, it's all kind of opinions going on. There are people saying it's Zeus Network. That's what they do. That's how they get down. Don't get mad because Joseline know how to fight. Then there's other people saying this is just ridiculous. And one of the people that said it was ridiculous was the cops. Because I guess Big Les went to the cops after. She really, really beat her something terrible. They're right. I can go to any Zeus show. And let me tell you this. Jason Lee, who produced Bobby Purr, sometimes it's way worse behind the scenes than what you see on camera. It's not a joke. This is what Zeus does. And I'm gonna admit it, I watch it. I do. and I enjoy it. It's crazy. It's crossing the line. But how do you feel about it? Perry, you don't watch stuff like that.
No, I mean, but I walk past and see it sometimes. Yeah, it's like, okay, because it shows some realness. But with these shows, they got to start having a little bit more class. Let's keep it real. Like reading somebody is totally different than getting physical, But of course, people like it. But then, like,
I can't stop watching.
I mean, the stuff we just seen with the guy yelling in her face, and
oh my God, Ballistic.
Like it's too much at times, and a lot of people think they can just get away with this stuff. That's why they picked her up this morning, I guess.
But let's be real, Perry. Am I the only one watching this? I'm the only one willing to admit that I watch it.
No.
It's entertaining and degrading all at the same time. Because I want to remind everybody of this. When you go on reality TV, first of all, reality TV stars don't make the money that you think that they're making. Now, I don't know about Joseline because she has the executive producer credit, but the actual people on the show, they're not making that much money. What's the name of that girl? Tatiana Smalls. Did you guys see her this weekend? She was working. She used to be on Bad Girls Club, and now she's working at Starbucks. Where's the picture? I can't find the picture. They don't make enough money to have this follow them for the rest of their life. What you show on camera while you on reality TV sticks with you. Till this day, people will say, I don't know, Team Candace, Team Monique. People remember that fight. People remember the way Nene acted when she pulled the producer by the shirt and ripped his shirt in. People remember what you do on reality TV. Yep. So everybody signs up. You know what's going to happen to you. Now, maybe if I was a Bravo, I would risk it because they're getting real money. But Zeus, I ain't trying to do all that.
Yeah, it's crazy though. But they shouldn't be acting like that. Let's keep it real. Like at a certain point, you may have somebody argue, do whatever. But when it started to get physical, they gonna mess around and find themselves liable. Zeus Network. Yeah. I mean, and it's not something you want to, be out here promoting to the kids and everything else and make it seem like this is what you're supposed to do. And I think at times it becomes too much. And I think people go on to these shows with that intention of, I'm about ready to show my ass. You know what I'm saying? Like that.
Oh, yeah. Like Bad Boys, the first day, the one guy was standing there and the other one just hit him in the side of the head. Yeah. They want to get on there because they want to get famous. So if you get fame out of this, you can make money. And unfortunately, people like Krishan Rock, fought every 2 minutes. She got fame. Let's talk about the charges that Joseline is facing. So I showed you what I could about the fight. She really had the girl in the same chokehold that the guy on the subway in New York, the guy that used to dance like Michael Jackson. I can't remember his name. They even pressed charges against the guy who was a Marine. Here, he was a Marine like you. I guess the other guy was acting belligerent, screaming out something about him being hungry, and people felt threatened, and so the Marine stepped up, but put him in the chokehold till that was his last last breath. Joseline could have hurt that girl. Yeah. She was like in a trance. Now she came out last week and said and cried on stage. You guys seen it? I showed you the video. Said, "I'm thankful I'm off Coco." She came straight out and said, I felt that I needed it, but I don't. Can somebody act like that? That's not under any.
Yeah, they can. I mean, it could just be in her DNA. I'm just telling you, like people act how they was raised or whatever, and some people never change.
Well, if you want to say that about Joseline had a very hard childhood.
Right.
She tells you they were very poor. I believe she became a stripper at 16. I'm not dragging strippers. People say, don't drag strippers, Sharrell. They got to do what they got to do to make their money. That's true. But first of all strippers aren't smart strippers. And second of all, with that life comes a certain environment. You're going to be hanging around people like Ballistic. You know what I mean? I guess all men go to the strip clubs, but I'm trying to say it in a way that it's a certain lifestyle. It's late hours. Some of the men might get obsessed and start following you. It could be dangerous. A lot of, not all of them, but a lot of the girls, do cocoa and stuff like that. And the people who tell me you got to do what you got to do. Sometimes you're right. You're absolutely right. And it doesn't mean all strippers are like that. And some of them, they give the excuse that they're going to school, but some of them are smart, like Cardi B, or not just Cardi B. I'm just saying they're not all what their reputation is, but you got to be cut from a certain cloth. You can't be a wimp to be a stripper. You got to be smart on your toes. You got to watch everybody in the room. Okay. Because, these men try to take advantage of you. Yeah. So she comes from a very different environment. Should we give Joseline a pass?
No. Nope.
Why?
Because what you're saying is, look, everybody, if that's the case, everybody will have some type of excuse. They'll find something in their background to justify why I just robbed this bank or why I did this.
Yeah.
You know,
Yep.
she survived her childhood. Now you
Mhm.
hear act like a lady.
Mm.
Okay.
Okay.
And if you don't, it's consequences.
Mm. Yep.
So anybody can act crazy and wild, but it's consequences that come with it. So that's just where we at. She don't get a pass. And I'm not saying that her childhood don't have nothing to do with it, but she should have the responsibility of being accountable for her own actions that she chooses to do.
Ooh, look, people ain't forgetting. They said when she made those disgusting false accusations about Stevie, she means Stevie J,
Mhm.
Eva, my compassion for her was gone. Her trauma doesn't excuse her evil actions.
Right.
That's true. She really could have hurt the girl. But now let's talk about consequences. Her show, Joseline's Cabaret, is the #1 rated show on Zeus. She's an executive producer. She owns that show. She brought a lot of money to the network. They let fights slide. Like, you get a pass. You get to hit somebody like 3 or 4 times before security has to do anything about it. I mean,
Right.
that's just what they do. And it's really worse in real life. Some of that stuff is so bad they have to cut it out. I forgot what I was gonna say. So they might let her get away with it. And maybe the law has to step in. I don't think Zeus is going to do a damn thing about it. What you think?
The law did, right? So, and look, that's the thing, right? People can feel like they got the free pass, but if I was on that show, you ain't got no free pass to be hitting me for no damn reason. Because even if you double team me, I might have to leave and come back, but it's gonna be it's gonna be a price to pay. What I'm saying is,
you're a snitch.
No.
You're gonna sue. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?
I'm not saying that. I'm not talking about snitching. I'm saying at a certain point when people go bye-bye, they're gonna realize this shit went too far.
Oh, bye-bye how?
Well, bye-bye. I'm telling you, let them be holding me down doing all this.
Harry, I need you to define what the hell is bye-bye.
They going to sleep forever.
Oh, shut up, Harry. You ain't. Shut up.
Okay, watch. One of these shows is gonna happen.
Oh, you think somebody's going to hurt somebody one day? And then that's a possibility. It's a possibility.
TV, and for one thing, to get jumped like that, the embarrassment about being, done that way on national TV.
Yeah.
Come on now.
Yeah.
See, you think it's laughing jokes. Oh, yeah, would that be okay? They getting paid.
Yeah.
Some people are going to be like, pay ain't enough.
Yeah, you're right. Remember, gosh, what's the girl's name? Shanquilla Robinson? How that landed too hard and snapped her spine. These fights can get physical. With that being said, Vanessa, thank you so much for the super chat. I'm being honest.
Yeah,
it's entertaining. It's so bad, but you're right. They got to stop it with the fights.
I'm saying it is right, but it's all entertaining until it goes too far, right? And then now people want to be, oh, I didn't really mean it. I am so. No, it's too late to be sorry now.
And with that being said, you're right. And if you look at the tape in this raw form, I tried to cut things out. The fight went on for a good 20 minutes, maybe longer, maybe 20, 30 minutes. It was a long fight. It was very vicious. It didn't stop. She'd fight her and come back and then fight a security. There was no security there. That's what they said. She'd fight someone else and then come back, and the girl would try to leave and then she'd come back. And it was a long fight. This wasn't like what we see on Zeus, couple minutes and you're done. This was a long, drawn out fight, and it's not looking in Joseline's favor, which is sad, because at the end of the day, I always pull for Joseline, because you have a chance to turn your life around. You got your kid taken from you. You lost custody one time from Stevie. You just admitted the drug thing. Everybody, you had a bad reputation of your drug habit being very, very bad. They said it makes her snap, really this and that. And so you had an opportunity, but I think she's going to look at some jail time. Maybe not a lot.
Yeah,
a couple
I'm
months.
not sure, how that's going to work. But let's keep it real, though. Like last week, she come out and she want people, to embrace her, to be proud about her performing with no substances, right?
Right. No
Which is
cocoa.
good. Yeah, but then you turn around and do something. Like at a certain point, if you want to change your life, make the change. But nobody's gonna keep tolerating you acting like a fool.
Yeah.
You
And
know,
the other side of that would be, it's hard to quit, and change your life around, but she's got to do it. She's got to
yeah.
do it. It feels like she relapsed. There's no way the way she was acting last night that
Hmm.
she was clean. I hope I'm wrong, Jocelyn, but and I think you're about to face some consequences this time.
Hmm.
She's done it before. Like last season, she hit somebody in the back with a chair. Do you remember that one? And one of the
Yeah,
girls was,
yeah,
yeah, she
yeah.
hit her
No,
with a
yeah, I
chair.
remember.
It's
No,
crazy.
I remember, and that's what I'm saying. Like, and then people think they can just go rogue whenever they feel like it. You
Mhm.
know, I'm the producer of the show. Nobody's gonna do anything,
Yeah.
but people ain't gonna give a damn after a while who you are.
Mhm. Well,
And
the whole thing was wild last night. So Jocelyn is behind bars. I feel like she's looking at some time because if you go back and look at that raw footage, and it's on the internet, you guys can just go to Twitter and look at it in its raw form. Uh, there's no way she's not going to get in trouble for that. I mean,
mhm.
I didn't even know Jocelyn can fight like that. So, but the whole night was wild. Of course, Floyd Mayweather got was getting the best of John Gotti the third. He got mad. His little mobster hooligans jumped in the ring to try to help him beat up Floyd. Floyd's team, the what they call them, the money team, said not on my lifetime, and so they
Right.
started all fighting. They're all fighting at the damn in the ring. It was
It was a circus.
absolutely
It was a circus for real.
unbelievable. Perry, we were watching the thing live. We were like,
Yeah,
oh,
yeah. I was like,
what
what is
they
this? Right. It's just crazy. But can we shout out our sponsor real fast though?
I forgot.
No, no, you good. Right now, it's fine.
All right. I'm in
Yeah.
the middle of a story.
Okay.
Let me finish this really quick.
Mhm.
Sorry, Perry. Oh wow.
Are you talking about Mayweather in the ring?
Yeah, and so I really feel that Floyd Mayweather was defending himself, but a lot of people, if you are a Gotti fan, said that he started it because he was talking trash. Well, that's what we do. That's what you do in boxing, okay? So little John Gotti the third, that's dad is a mobster, because I still think John Gotti Jr. is still a part of the mob. Like, please, they make that oath. I seen Goodfellas. Once you cut the hand and you join the blood, you're in it forever. So whatever, they're supposed to not be in it, but the little mobsters weren't helping out. And some people aren't scared of the mob. Like in that situation, you start hitting on my husband or
Uh-huh.
brother for no damn reason like that because you're losing. All bets are off. But anyway, so it was a hot mess, and the money team wasn't running away. And now you got this morning, the granddaughter. I'm not making this up. Threatening Floyd Mayweather's daughter. Okay, this is what she said. Now this is just some hood shit. Okay, some hood shit, and I hope I can read this. She said, "Floyd Mayweather, your daughter was ran through by an animal with 12 different baby mamas." She's
Wow.
talking about Yaya's baby daddy, the rapper NBA Youngboy. Okay, what does this have to do with the fight? Well, what does Yaya have to do with the fight? I think a lot of the mob mentality is bullying. Okay, now I'll get mad at you too. She says, I'm gonna read it again. Floyd Mayweather, your daughter was ran through by an animal with 12 different baby mamas. Your little circus animal. You're all a pack of zoo animals. Now, I'm not trying to start no trouble here. Zoo that phrase zoo animals for me comes
Yeah.
across
Yeah. I know.
racist.
Hmm.
Zoo animals. No,
Hmm.
that would be your father, John Gotti. That's the zoo animal who's a serial emmer. Okay, that's what he did for a living. So who's the animal? Okay, the mob or NBA YoungBoy that can make twice as much money as you guys have in one day? Like, just rude. Then she goes on, I swear on my kids, I'm coming for your daughter. It may be 2 or 3 years from now, but I'm coming. Why
Wow.
am I scared, Perry?
So what now?
Why am I not scared of her? She's
Oh,
pissing me off.
oh yeah, no, you're not
Trying to be a
scared.
bully. Girl,
You
you
just
think because you in the mob that you can just say anything to anybody?
yeah.
I don't know what
If
you
she
know.
wanted, yeah, if she wanted a daughter, it wouldn't take 3 years. So a lot of people just come
Please.
out here and get behind a microphone and just talk all this crap. It's not
The
going to take no
person
10
you
years
should be
if you want
mad
to.
is whoever thought it was a good idea for your brother, who's 30 years old, only 5 wins and 1 loss, to fight Floyd Mayweather with his 50 wins. 50 wins, 0 losses,
Uh-huh.
27 TKOs. Come on. Girl, they're a bunch of bullies. I don't know what the mob life is like. You know, if you live in New York and owe them money or something, I don't know about that. But at a boxing match, you're not scaring nobody. I need you to have several seats and shut the hell up. Like, please, like, let it go. He lost. He made a fool out of himself. He was embarrassed because he lost to an old man.
Right.
That's what they call Floyd, an old man. And now he wants to cry like a little baby.
Yeah.
And plus, listen, we all know your dad, John Gotti Jr., was hated. He was the most hated mobster of all times. Your grandfather was beloved, but not Junior. He cried, they're gonna do something to me, Dad. This is too much. Shut up. Stop being a bully. No one's afraid of you anymore, okay? All right. That's just my opinion. What's your thoughts, Perry? You've been quiet today. Go ahead.
No, I missed the whole thing with it, right? He thought he can go in there and his an exhibition fight, but he thought that he would be able to impress somebody or shock the world by, like beating down Mayweather. Come on, dude. I mean, like, you got notoriety for jumping in the ring, but part of him felt that he was going to actually punish Mayweather or something.
Harry, what? Floyd Mayweather.
Yeah, Mayweather is older. And then it wasn't no weight requirement either, like that, because the guy was clearly bigger than Mayweather. So it's not like it was a weight class. But what I'm saying is, he thought, yeah, we can do this, and I'm gonna become famous, right? But he became famous for the wrong reasons. It's just how he showed his ass after this fight, which is ridiculous.
Well, pick somebody that has least and lost 1 time, okay? Just look at Floyd Mayweather. He's still in tip-top shape. He's smaller than you. He's lighter than you. He made you look stupid. You couldn't handle it. And now your sister needs to shut the hell up. Like, nobody's scared of her, girl. Please, just stop. Like, no one's scared of you and your brother who can't even, beat up an old man. Okay? I'm just saying. It's so weird, though. Do you remember Perry, John Gotti? Because I remember John Gotti, clearly.
Yeah, I do.
How beloved he was, and they loved him, and, it's all pretty. But I watched the Gotti show, Growing Up Gotti, with Victoria Gotti and her children and the brothers and stuff like that. And Victoria Gotti was the only Gotti to admit it. She said people were talking about her father and, the things that he did. And she said, listen, I don't talk about that part of his life. I didn't know him like that. I don't know that part of his life. She said, but what I want the public to know is he paid for the things that he did. Just know that. Damn. She said that.
Yeah.
Finally, some honesty. Like, I don't know. Maybe I don't, because I don't live in New York well, we live in Vegas. The Vegas is supposed to be mob ran. And remember when Lake Mead ran out of water and all those bodies started coming up?
Yeah.
Like, do you remember that?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's crazy. All right, let's move on to Candy Burris. And I didn't even download the tape. And Marlo. Yeah, I didn't even download the tape. I love to watch it. Anyway, The Real Housewives of Atlanta. I tried again this week. I'm only reviewing it because you guys know I had someone come on the show and said, can you please review this? And I said, okay. It's just over for me. And the only storyline I thought was a little interesting was Sonya's. And that's because her sister had a lot of nerve coming across acting like that when she's bending over backwards for you. But then I remembered Sonya used to be on another reality TV show on WeTV, and I didn't look up the name. But on that reality TV show, it was Sonya that's giving her sister the business because the sister wanted to borrow $150,000 to open a hair salon. And Sonya came in acting like the drill sergeant. This isn't clean, and you need to do this, and you need to do that. So maybe the sister is yet again putting on for Bravo money.
Well,
because the sister seems out of her mind. You seem very unappreciative, and Sonya
yeah.
looks like a scary cat. But I remember on that other TV show that you had, that other reality show, you were the bee. And this time it's your sister. So I really can't believe anything that I see on the Real Housewives of Atlanta
No, you
anymore.
can't. I mean, only thing I can see is that sister was out of line. Now, whether it's just acting, whatever, come on now.
Mhm.
You know, you're going to feel the wrath when I leave. Well, let me feel it. Get your ass out my house, right? And then Sonya, right? She's pretty much throwing her husband on the bus. You know, if Ross don't want them in there, he got the right to say it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but now she behind his back. Well, I'm gonna talk to him again. Would that make you feel better? I'm still leaving.
Yeah.
Well,
Mhm.
get the hell on, right? Like, matter of fact, see, at a certain point, it's not when you're gonna leave. No, you leaving now.
Yeah.
Little smirky look and all this.
It's
But you
the whole thing is just, I just can't with Roa. Let's talk about the major scene, which would be Candy and Marlo getting into it. Now, I like Marlo. You know, you're an OG and all of that. And I don't have anything against Marlo. I have a little soft spot for Marlo because of what happened when she grew up. But like you said about Jocelyn,
right,
you're not young anymore and you got to act a certain way. I think that Marlo's really zeroing in on this. My nephew passed away storyline because there is no other storyline. Let's
right,
just be real.
right,
Like,
right,
nobody has a storyline. So you're bringing up something that really doesn't matter. If you're that upset with Candy, you should have addressed it at the time. But
right.
okay, you need a storyline, Marlo. So let's go. So I'm not really into it. Like, I'm not pulling for like, yeah, Marlo, because
Yeah,
it's dumb. And then Candy, why is Candy so mad? Like, just say, oh, oh yeah, I remember your nephew, and sorry to hear that. This whole beef just seems just unnecessary. It's just not intriguing. I
matter of
don't
fact, look, right.
care.
Look, the whole thing is this, and like everybody gonna pinpoint it now because like Marlo just throwing it out there, just saying, oh well, my nephew did this when he passed away. You didn't acknowledge it. Look, it's not that important. I mean, as far as the show, Candy don't have to
We're not saying
acknowledge
his
it.
life isn't important, but you
But
should
no,
have
no,
brought
no.
it up
Right.
then.
I'm saying Candy don't owe the right to. I mean, Candy didn't have to send flowers or nothing, right? I mean, that's something you would say, hey, this person's this way, just move on. No, that's the way that person is, right? But I don't think that's the root of their problem.
Okay,
They fighting over this, but it's bigger things that's going on between Marlo and Candy.
like what?
Like other things, like Candy probably, wanting to be the queen of the show. Marlo want to be
Yeah,
looked
the
at
queen.
as being a queen of the show, right?
Mhm.
So, and she's saying, hey, Candy don't roll for years. Let me try to attack her, right? So they both
Yeah,
attacking
that's
each other.
exactly it. Yeah.
They both attacking each other, but all that anger and all that stuff they was doing last night
Uh-huh.
is not because of that one incident with the nephew.
Right. Right. Right.
That's
Right.
just part of the storyline that was out there.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
all of them was overacting. Drew, Marlo's so aggressive. Come on now. If you watching this whole thing, we know who was being aggressive. But
Who?
Candy.
Oh,
And
Candy.
they
But
would
Candy
never
seemed
call it out
extra
that way.
mad. Like what?
It's other things going on. I'm telling you, it's nothing to do with that nephew.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now,
Yeah.
whatever it is, I don't clearly know what it is, but
Yeah.
those two ain't feeling each other.
Yeah.
Both of them bucking for the same title, queen of the show.
Mm-hmm.
Marlo feel like, hey, she been a friend too damn long. It's her turn to shine. Candy feel like I've been here the longest. I need to, keep my reign.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It's,
Yeah.
it's something to that effect. Like, and at the end of the day, the reason why people ain't watching it because everybody's tired of it. Well,
Yeah.
most people are tired of it.
Yeah. Yeah.
The only bright spot I seen, and I was watching it last night, and I was like, well, you know what? They should show more of this. Kenya, when she's opening up the beauty salon,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
that's the stuff that people want to see.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like you doing business,
Yeah.
from the floor up. Go and
Yeah.
start doing stuff like that. People
Yeah.
wouldn't mind seeing Candy on Broadway, how she had to perform, go to practices, or do
Oh
this.
yeah. 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 Yeah.
So
That's good.
all this stuff, I think that they just on this show trying to find a reason to fight about something. People are tired of it.
Yeah.
Let's see
Yeah.
Marlo designs. Let's see all this
Sheree.
stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
All this stuff. They talk about it. They don't show you anything of it. That's that would make a good show.
Yeah, we're over it. We're just kind of over it. Atlanta, I can't do anymore. Speaking of being over it, look, this story just came out about Andy Cohen having production Photoshop Nene out of all Bravo pictures. Oh my God. It's so petty. It goes along with the rest of the other storylines. Like, how do you expect the girls to have good storylines, Andy, when you're just as petty? Like, out of all photos?
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, it's just. It says, this was disrespectful. Nene was a part of Roa in the mat. Not this. I don't know what that says. Anyway, it's just really, really petty. It's just really, really petty. So I guess here's the original photo. It's just the way. Well, they actually photoshopped Nene. If Andy Cohen had any sense, okay, yes, nobody wants to be called racist, but everybody agrees the one thing that can penetrate through racism is green. Worry about your channel. I mean, your franchise, your struggling franchise of Atlanta. Bring Nene back. He's never going to do it. He's a right fighter, like Dr. Phil says. I will fight you to the end as long as I think I'm right. And he's a right fighter. And so I don't have time for Andy Cohen or the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Like, it's just old and tired. It's just a mess. You're going to Photoshop somebody out. Really quickly before we move on, did you want to say, so we said Kenya's storyline was interesting, her opening the hair. Who else? Drew.
Yeah, Drew can go. I mean, like Drew is like, I think somebody said it on the show, ain't nothing but Candy's lapdog.
Oof.
Let's keep it real. Like, why are you barking up something? Oof. You can't even stay with your man properly, right? Nobody got time for you, Drew.
Harry, that was low.
No, I'm saying all of them like taking little sides and stuff like this, but it's just not interesting.
It's just not interesting.
I mean, to me. And then they coming up with fake boyfriends storylines again. Kenya,
Harry.
Yeah, look, let's keep it.
You talking about Roy?
How many times we gonna keep talking about it? I mean, when would you stop renting a man?
But I just like Kenya.
I know. No, but you get to learn. If the first time you tried it, and now with the mark, you really got embarrassed with it. But now you want to bring another one along.
Do you think Kenya can hold her own spinoff?
No.
No?
Kenya is really good at bouncing off people, taking stuff, creating drama. But I mean, what you gonna find interesting about Kenya? If it's by herself, now she got to show more of her real life about her. She always deflecting on everybody else's stuff. You ain't heard shit about no divorce papers.
Yeah, she's not. Yeah,
you know.
And the final one would.
You don't hear anything, huh? Go ahead.
Final would be Sharrell. I like you, Sharrell. You know, congratulations on Cairo being a father and you being a grandmother. But that's not storyline material. And you know, the longer you stay on, the more it really is evident that you and Martell was a business arrangement.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I know it's too much for me.
I mean, she come out and say, I was just playing. Just come out and say it.
We'll take calls on that. Do we want to talk about Blueface and Krishan? Let's talk about them really, really quickly. Because it's disturbing. So we all know that Blueface and Krishan broke up about a month ago, and he was upset because she was calling her old boyfriend. These two, I can't. Where did I do with it? And then he went back to his baby mother, Jaden is her name, and was putting him on the Instagram all week. They're all hugged up and kissing and, you know, being a couple. And he looked like he went back to his baby mama. And then Blueface got picked up for robbery in Vegas, and what happened was somebody was trying to rob Blue. They get in a fight. Some innocent person was filming it. Blue tries to go and take the phone because it was recording it, threaten them, say, I'll do this. And so that's a robbery charge. And Krishan came out and said, she feels bad that he's in jail, but he put himself there and she's moving on. She has to look out for her and her baby now, and she can do life without them, only to show up yesterday. Like she did this whole, I watched that thing. It had to be an hour and a half talking about how strong she is without Blueface. And then she appears at a nightclub with him, and then they go on to perform a little later. So, I'm over these two. I used to say Krishan is young and she'll learn, and I'm just over them. There's nothing else I can say. But everybody's complaining, and I thought it's not a big deal till I watched it myself, that she's performing, she's pregnant, her belly's out, and she's jumping up and down like she's not pregnant.
Mm-hmm.
The total opposite of Rihanna. It's she's at nightclubs. You're pregnant now, Krishan. I like Krishan. I feel sorry for her. She's making so many mistakes in her young life. It's just hard to watch. And then she keeps bringing that zero back into her life that goes by the nickname Blueface. He calls her bees and hits her and says he's not going to babysit the kids. And, this is one show on Zeus I can't watch. Blueface just irks the hell out of me. And I like Krishan's basic personality, but I can't help you if you can't help you. Okay, right. So, that's just it. It's real. I believe that, some women are just this lost. She's 23. You're just starting your life out. Her mom, who she had traveling with her this weekend, still struggles with substance abuse. Krishan is just, let's all pray for Krishan and that baby. Let's just pray.
Well, yeah, pray for all of them. Because you know what? Let's keep it real. Like he irked you. She irks me to the point too, right? Because look, both of them adults. Either one of them can always walk away. But the problem is they both like that toxicity. They both like it, the drama.
Krishan too?
Yes.
Yeah.
Think about it. And you can say, well, I feel bad for her. No, that's what they're, some people can't be in a peaceful relationship.
Yeah.
Some people like to be touched on. I'm just saying, and it's crazy.
Oof, you're walking the line.
No. Okay, look, this is what I'm saying. Some people like the back and forth. To me, that's just my opinion.
Maybe she lets him put pause on her because that's all she knows. I don't know. I'm tired of these two.
She put pause
on her. She went through it with her mother.
Yeah, well, I don't know. But it's almost like that's what she feels most comfortable with. And it's sad.
Yeah, really weird, isn't it?
Yeah.
Hey, AJ. Hey, Jennifer.
Hey, Perry. Hey, y'all.
Smoke, who are you today?
I am Mimi Faust. Just eating my sandwich and minding my business and listening to the fuckery of Joseline Hernandez being a cokehead baby mama.
Whoa.
Hold on. So you seen the fight, right?
Oh, I sure did.
And she was amped up, wasn't she? I like her, but I can't lie. Joseline was high as hell, wasn't she?
She basically her blood cells are made of cocaine. To me, there's no way she can escape that. That's just who she is, and she's going to meet the wrong person who's going to beat the brakes off of her and that so-called husband, Ballistic.
Yeah. Do you think Ballistic was a pimp?
Yes, I think he might be abusing Joseline himself. So that's why he's okay with her behavior, because he probably beats her up at home.
Ooh.
Damn.
I never thought about it that way, but he might be, because did you see the way he was talking to Big Les?
Yeah, if he's willing to get into a strange woman's face, he probably gets into Joseline's face like that, if not more.
Wow, it's just sad. Listen, if you seen that fight, there's no doubt in my mind that Jocelyn's going to jail or serving some kind of sentence for this. What are your thoughts?
She needs to. Honestly, it's tired at this point. You've been doing this for almost 10 plus years. You are a mother with a kid. At some point, you have to be like, I have too much to lose to keep doing this. So
Right.
the fact that she's still engaging in his behavior, and even as much as we like to talk about Stevie J and the stuff he's done, I don't think anyone can say he's been a bad father to his children. You don't see any of his children having any issues like that. Like, I legit think he's a good parent when he's with his kids. So if I was CPS or whomever, I would take Bonnie Bella from Jocelyn, give it to Stevie J, award permanent custody until Jocelyn is able to go a year without having drugs in her system and acting like a damn fool.
Yeah, girl, I like you, Jocelyn, but girl, do you think her behavior would be different if she wasn't what we think hooked on drugs?
No, I think that's in her because she's a product of her environment and her circumstances. But the difference is she's not been able to rise above it. She just thinks that's the way life is. She always has to be fighting all the
You
damn
think she
time.
would beat that girl up just as bad if she was sober?
Yes, absolutely.
Damn.
Yeah, I know. You know, I want you to help me clear this up, and then I'll move on. When I say that Jocelyn's about that life, I'm not saying that strippers are bad. I'm not saying that, you know, and they got to do what they got to do. I get that part. But do you understand, Smoke, when I'm saying it comes with certain things? It comes with seedy men. It comes with a lot of people around you doing drugs, and most likely you doing them yourself. Do you understand what I'm talking about when I say she's about that life?
Yeah, because she hasn't elevated her experiences. She's constantly in the same environment. So if you're still mixing around the same people and the same toxic vibes, that's all you will be yourself, and you will be so engrossed, and that's all you know and what you're capable of doing. So she does not see, I don't think she sees better of her life than what she's now, because she unfortunately she's rewarded for this kind of behavior. So she's not going to turn down the money because this is what makes her gives her bread and butter, and it allows her to provide the lifestyle that she's accustomed to living. So she's not going to stop it until it costs her dearly, or she ends up in jail, or worse, somebody gets permanently injured on one of her shows that she's an executive producer on.
That's what Perry said. I'm going to go around really quickly. I'll be back to you, Smoke. Sound off, Pia.
Yeah, Jocelyn is on that Chris Brown special. And I'm sorry, but even when she's not on whatever, okay, she's always acted like that. Always. She's always violent. And I mean, did you see her hit the security guard?
Right, dead in the face.
Yeah.
Okay?
She
dead in the face.
She kept slapping him, and she said, "Get away from me, get away from me."
Yeah.
Because I saw the whole entire thing on Instagram.
It's crazy. It was crazy.
And I was like, yeah, you're going to jail. But about Real Housewives, Marlo is aggressive. She is. I mean, I don't know if
she's a little. She got a little flavor of Jocelyn in her from that scar childhood, huh?
She really does. Like, did you see the last episode where she slammed the door in on Manata?
Manata, yeah, I did.
Yeah. So she's aggressive, and again, I'm gonna need her to exit stage left along with Sharrell, Sanya, and that one woman with the annoying voice who looks like a cobra snake.
Now you're gonna need the whole show to exit to the left. I'm over it. I'm over it.
I think the show honestly needs to be canceled.
Yeah.
Because a lot of these housewife shows, I've noticed it's the same thing from New Jersey to Potomac.
It's the formula. We're going to have a storyline before the show even begins. We're going to zero in on this person. And it's just old. I can't.
And I mean, that's why I refuse to watch Jersey, because I can't stand the whole Melissa and Teresa mess. I mean, both of you are two sides of the same dysfunctional coin. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You are. I can't deal with it. And I mean, Atlanta, to me, they're trying too hard.
Way too hard.
Yeah, for sure.
Emmanuel, I know you're a big fan of the Housewives franchise. What are you thinking about Atlanta?
Well, I'm gonna be honest. I was kind of disgusted last night seeing how that situation went down. Because first of all, Kenya had no business going over there with Candy and Marlo. That was their conversation. I am so done with Kenya. She is so bitter. She's so toxic. Like, it's actually sad to see her. Like, I think it says a lot about a person that you are incapable of making someone love you.
Oh, okay, Manuel.
Sorry, but it's true. She was going around telling her new friend about Marlo's past and what she did. And that was really disappointing. I also was really disappointed in Drew for her calling Marlo aggressive over and over again. Yet the person who threatened to choke someone, nobody called her aggressive.
Got a hall pass. Got a hall pass.
Exactly. And who is Drew? She's a deranged wannabe actress, wannabe singer. That's why her husband left it, because she's so
Emmanuel, deranged.
Yes. Never has been, never will be singer, actress, nothing. I'm done with
Damn!
her. She wants to be a lapdog. She is Candy and Kenya's pet. That's what she wants to be. And I lost all respect I had for her last night. And I lost respect for all of them for bringing back Marlo's past. It's so cheap. It's like, it's so out of pocket for them to be doing that over and over again. Like, yeah, I'm done with them.
Yeah, I think they need to cancel the whole thing and focus in on the Ultimate Girls Trip. Hey, AJ, how you doing?
Hey, Sharrell, I'm really good. How are you? Hi, Perry.
What's up?
So are we talking about the housewives? Who we
Either one you want to talk about first? Go ahead.
Okay, let's talk about the housewives. Basically, I'm sick of all of them, like everyone else. But I don't think we should cancel the show because it's the first black show on Bravo, and it's an iconic show.
Stay around forever?
Yeah, I don't, because we only got like that show and Potomac.
Come on, AJ.
Orange County needs to go first before Atlanta goes anywhere.
Well, I hear Orange County's pretty good. That's what Emmanuel told me.
Yeah, they had over 1 million now in the first episode,
and they had more higher ratings than Atlanta.
Yeah, which is they are doing something wrong, because that's never happened in the history of the franchise. So this is abysmal. So Lucifer, I mean, he is playing on.
Who is Lucifer?
Andy Cohen. He's playing on Nene. How dare you out?
He's being very petty.
He's been so petty, and he's back in the wrong horse. I don't know if this hormonal or he's gone a bit he's just gone a bit crazy. I've noticed his hair is a bit wild as well. Did you watch Sharrell on Watch What Happens Live?
No.
She was on there. Yes, with Portia.
But they're saying that she had a nose job. Do you think Sharrell had a nose job?
Hell yes.
Definitely.
She's
blonde.
You haven't seen it, Sharrell?
Yeah, I haven't paid it attention. I heard the rumor.
Sharrell, she looks like Hazel.
She looks like Drew. She looks like Drew.
Oh,
Hazel E.
She looks like Hazel E's like older sister.
Do you guys know how? Listen, no shade or anything, but when we first seen Hazel E on that show, she was not attractive at all.
She was not attractive, and
now
then
she's cute.
She's cute. Remember Hazel E went to Dubai for work.
You're cute.
That was a little bit side talk.
You are
but
messy.
Anyway, I'm sorry.
I mean, Sharrell, she is cute, but she's eating dried mac and cheese and like shriveled up greens from her mama.
I do have one question. Did Bill do Sheree's nose? Because
her nose, basically, you've noticed
it looks like Jennifer Aydin's.
That's what
once you go blonde. A lot of the celebrities, they go blonde when they have a nose job. Kim K does it all the time.
All right, let me go around the board. I'll be back.
I want to say, I don't believe that Kenya Moore should have her own spin-off.
No, it wouldn't
Sharrell.
work.
Because what we're gonna watch? What we're gonna watch her going and knocking on her mother's door again? I mean, what we're gonna get? Are we gonna get her going to a divorce lawyer again? I mean, we don't ever get the full story with Kenya Moore. She went and got married without any of us knowing.
Oh,
and we don't know if it's
AJ,
we don't know if he's straight or gay. We don't know that because he then. I mean, I have my suspicions.
All right, I'll be back, AJ. I'll be back. Jennifer, answer this question before you sound out. Are you scared of John Gotti's granddaughter?
Yeah, but I think she's a little I mean, she's a Gotti. Yeah.
What? So what? Like
It was
they don't.
Victoria Gotti.
They're a bunch of wimps. They're hiding behind the Gotti name. That's what I think.
Yeah, that's true. They are hiding behind the Gotti name. I thought she was dead wrong for bringing Yaya into it. She didn't do anything. She's mad because Yaya's dad beat up her brother.
Yeah.
Does Teresa not know them?
That was
boxer
dumb.
in the world, living boxer in the world, beat up her brother.
Right. Like these.
No, I said the best living boxer in the world beat up her brother, and she's
right. He's idiotic for fighting him.
Exactly.
He's idiotic for even doing it.
Whose idea was that? Let me pick the best fighter in this decade with a 50-0 record, 0. And that's who I'm going to fight.
He should have fought Adrian Broder or whatever his name is. He should have fought him.
But I have to ask, the things that she said to Yaya, I closed the tab.
It was racist. No,
I'm not going to go
racist.
there. Oh,
as soon as I read
was
that,
it giving just a tidbit of?
Okay, this is what I heard in my head because, and excuse me, but you guys have heard that expression, "fucking mooly." You know what mooly means, like a monkey, animal.
Yeah,
And that's what I heard. As soon as I read "you animals" in my head, I read "you fucking mooly." What was it in? Do the right thing. Remember he said that?
I don't know what it means. So mooly is the Italian word for the N-word.
It's like that's what I heard when I read it. I was like, that's racist as hell.
Well, I mean,
you never heard that?
I heard it. That's why I laughed, because sometimes they said it, and I think it was Godfathers or something like that. But that's how they talk. That they use the word mooly.
Yeah, about black folks. Yeah,
they do.
That's what I heard. But I agree with Pia about Sheree's nose. It looked just like Jennifer Aiden. So Pia, I know what you're saying. I thought it was that Peter Pan nose.
I mean, I'm sorry. I wouldn't trust Bill to drive a car, let alone do my nose or eyes or nothing. But I mean, why mess with?
Oh my God!
Why mess
hold
with
on, somebody. Did Andy ask her if she had the nose job?
Yes, he did.
No.
Oh, yes,
what
he
did
did.
she say?
She said no. She said no. I haven't
anything
done.
That's a lie.
To her face.
Wow.
She lied.
I'm sure she's pissed because online people were saying, "Oh, I thought that was Drew. Oh, I thought she was Drew." I know she's got to be heated about that.
Because she didn't need the work to get done. Like, Sheree is always trying to like do something with her body. Like, leave stuff alone. You're beautiful as is. You don't need to be doing all this extra work.
But that could be technically right. She could be right about it because she could have had stuff moved around. Then that's not technically other than a knife, is it?
Well, when the rumor is that you were really born a man, I mean, you're kind of.
Yeah. I never heard that.
I heard that rumor. I heard the rumor that she was born a man, and also in Kenya had co-signed it.
Oh Lord!
Just saying, I've heard that. And I mean,
all right, let's
children. Pia. Sheree, can I say one thing real quick? Joseline's fight was very much reminiscent of she and Stevie J when they were hyped up on that powder at the Love and Hip Hop reunion, and they went to attack. And she had that powder strength. She and Ballistic. When you're on powder,
really
you
hurt
have
that
strength.
Girl. When you put somebody in a headlock like that. That the guy just lost his life on the subway. When you put someone in the head like that and
her in the head.
And did you guys hear there were people in the back saying, "Stop it, break it up, stop it, stop it. He's going to,
they said
injure
she was
her."
gonna K her.
Yeah.
And did you see?
But when I saw Ballistic in her face, I like that girl that threw the water on Joseline, though.
Yeah,
and then she ran. Did you see her?
I saw that because Joseline was getting ready to come after her, and they had to get the girl out of the arena as fast as possible.
Okay. My girl Chanelica is losing it. She's losing it.
I honestly,
did you just call her Chanelica?
Yeah, that's her name.
I don't watch that type of stuff, but I was shocked. I can't subscribe to Zeus. I won't watch Zeus.
You're missing
but
out.
I was like, what is this? They kept saying, "Oh, that's Joseline, that's Joseline." And I was shocked at how barbaric she was.
She's strong. The girl works out every day. Callie, sound off.
Okay. First of all, Atlanta, I think you guys are right. I think the show needs to be wrapped up. And I think one of the reasons why they're having some of it is the production, like Perry was saying, some of the things they're choosing to focus on are just not interesting. But also they're shooting too many reality shows in Atlanta. The well is dry. It is oversaturated. It's hard for them to find a cast, and I can tell, because they're just shooting too many reality shows in that city.
But Callie, Atlanta was one of the first.
Yeah,
but it's,
why
I
are
mean,
you canceling
this show is terrible. Anytime OC is beating out this show, that says a lot.
We shouldn't cancel it.
That says a lot. And
we shouldn't cancel it.
Yeah, Joseline is too old to be acting like this. And I think what has happened is that she has been living in a bubble of reality TV. And when you get on these shows, you're able to assault people and not actually get the legal ramifications that you would in real life. Because in real life, you get a case. I have one. So
Callie, you don't think her alleged drug problem has anything to do with this? You think it's a reality bubble?
It's drugs. They make you a little bit more bold and aggressive, and you get numb and can't feel anything. But at the same time, I also think is that she has not faced real life consequences for putting her hands on people. She needs to go to jail.
Oh, well, it looks like she's on her way.
That's what needs to happen, because she is living in an alternate reality. If we did that to somebody, we would probably serve a couple of years.
All right, really quick, Callie, what was wrong with John Gotti's son?
I don't know what's going on with that, but I did want to say really quickly with Krishan and Blueface, I'm catching on. I do think that they are toxic and that they have issues, but I also think that they come up with schemes to go viral. And I think that whole thing with that cell phone with that girl was because that girl caught them when they weren't supposed to be together. He was supposed to be with that baby mama, and they had cooked up this little scheme to go viral because he's releasing all this music. And they were supposed to be broken up, and he was supposed to be over there with that baby mama, and that girl saw them together and had proof. And that's why that escalated the way that it did.
Mm-hmm. 100%.
I mean, we've seen the physical evidence of the abuse and fighting and all of that stuff. That it's like two truths and a lie. Like, they are toxic. They do fight. They do have substance abuse issues, but they're also coming up with schemes to go viral.
So you said they have substance abuse issues. Do you think Krishan is smoking weed while she's pregnant? Because I swear she is.
Something that she's doing to cope because she doesn't want to do anything stronger. I really think they have substance abuse problems, and even.
But you're not supposed to smoke when you're pregnant, right? Weed.
You know what?
No, you're not supposed to.
It depends on who you. I hear different things from different people. I wouldn't do it. But if you're on something harder, that's better than doing the harder stuff. It's definitely better than alcohol. Now, I do have a little tea. Now, I was listening to Nick Cannon on his radio show, and Nick Cannon got really upset at Erykah Badu in saying that Blueface is going through a lot, and she should know that, and she should not even acknowledge him. Now, in my opinion, I took that to mean probably substance abuse and financial issues, because what does going through a lot mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like, what is he going through?
Erykah Badu?
I don't. She said that. What? I don't think he's going through financial problems. At least he puts all this money on the gram. Do you watch them on the gram?
Yeah, but those could just be $1 bills. That could be money that he's recycling over and over again.
Well,
and also, I'm gonna tell you another thing. I used to work for a bank. Money is actually bulky, so you can have a small amount of money, and it can look like you got this whole stack of money. And also the way he spends, I mean, the property taxes on those houses that he has alone, like even if he owns that house outright, the property tax is more than what most people make. So I'm just saying that maybe his pockets were a little light, and he got together with Krishan and the baby mama was like, look, let's go get us a bag. We're gonna just get on the internet and act a fool. Wow. And Krishan is like, okay, I'm not really participating. I'm just not gonna say anything. Because that's how it kind of seemed. It does
now that nothing makes sense.
and she wasn't really responding, and he's just acting a fool and just doing all of this stuff that makes no sense.
Yeah.
And right around the time he's coming out with all of this horrible music that no one's listening to, I just really feel that
the kids love it.
Probably 70% of what we see is real, but there's another 30% that's them like cooking up these schemes to go viral, because at the end of the day, this is what they're famous for. They're not great rappers.
Mm-hmm. Did you just call his music awful?
He can't even rap on beat.
They give that Krishan and Blueface, they give me fetal alcohol syndrome.
No, they're both children of alcoholics. You know, you're right.
Yeah, you're so right.
I mean, I'm sorry.
The behavior is very consistent with being the child of an alcoholic. The abandonment issues. They're probably both. I think they both have substance abuse issues. But yeah, they're both clearly children of alcohol. I mean, they've said it.
Yeah, that's crazy. All right, True, sound off.
Hey, Sharrell, Perry, and Chad, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can.
Yes.
How are you? Sound off.
I'm good. How are you? Sharrell, before I start, how do you become a sponsor on your show?
Oh, you click on the email and the link and go ahead and reach out to that email in the description box.
Oh, okay. Okay. So I have the solution to save Roa. Okay. So you guys hear me out.
Okay.
Just hear me. I'm already laughing, but just hear me out. So first thing we're gonna do is let it burn. Let it run right into the ground. I want the show over, cancel. I don't like what they did to Nene. So let it burn. Let it run itself, run its course into the ground. Then we're gonna come with season 16, right? So the first episode is gonna be face to face, Nene and Andy face off. That's the first episode. They're going to come together, iron out all their differences. We're going to see it on the show, go back and forth. All that.
Hold on. If she's going to do that, she's going to look Andy in the face and say, "You're a damn racist."
No, Nene. Well, that'll be entertaining, but Nene will keep it professional. Okay, we're trying to save the show, remember? So the only way for them to come together, because both of them have in the mind they're saving the show. Andy needs to save the show, and Nene, this is her baby, so she would want to save the show, I think. Okay, so Andy and Nene has a face-off. Then episode 2, we have to have a face-off with Candy and Phaedra. That has to happen. That's episode 2. Okay? Maybe we can bring in Carlos in there so he can finally admit.
You're just now you're being ridiculous. Now you're being ridiculous.
Oh, hell no.
We can bring him in there so he can finally admit he gave Phaedra that information. Okay? So
You need to stay in that closet.
Episode 3 is gonna be Marlo meets the family of the girl she slashed.
Okay, we're done.
Okay?
Wow.
Please stop smoking the weed, and that is not gonna work.
And would you give the red children back?
I want that conversation because I'm tired of them throwing it up in Marlo's face. So that will put it to rest. If the family forgives her, then it's done. Nobody needs to talk about it no more. It's done.
You don't want to talk to her.
Yeah, we don't even remember. That was 20-something years ago. It was a long time ago.
Yeah, but they keep bringing it up every season. We have to keep hearing about it. So if you put it to rest, then you don't have to hear about it no more because the family forgave her.
Look at this, True, look at this. Absolutely, you don't have one.
It's gonna be the most.
It's gonna be. Episode is gonna be Portia and Fallon. They meet.
Okay, I can't.
Oh no, that ain't gonna happen.
And we finally hear what really happened on the whole Simon, blah blah blah. Stole my man, didn't steal my man. Don't y'all want to know what really happened?
No, not at this point.
There's a lot of loopholes, a lot of unfinished stories. If we finally bring all that to rest, those 4 episodes, then season 17, we bring back the OGs. Nene, Tasha. I would even bring back Crackhead Kim. I would bring back Cynthia. I would bring back Sheree. I would bring back Phaedra. And then just start all over from there. But you would have to have those 4 episodes to bring closure to all these things that we did not have closure on.
Listen, True. I love you. Stay off of the weed. Listen, I have a miscellaneous question here I want to ask you guys.
Hey, Perry, that's that fentanyl weed.
That's an expensive.
You said she's smoking spice.
Stop smoking Jack's fentanyl weed. Do you guys remember that
fentanyl weed?
That would be the most expensive season ever.
Nobody wants to see Andy and Nene face off.
No,
not really.
No, it's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen.
No, it's all gonna be political.
I'm sorry,
it ain't
True,
gonna
it's
be
just you,
messy.
bro.
Let me ask you really quickly. Let me change the subject really quickly. Smoke, have you been hearing about Britney Spears being on crystal meth?
Yes.
I personally haven't, but I guess she's acting out again. People are saying like there's a reason for her conservatorship.
I was watching the documentary, Britney Spears documentary. It is so riveting. You know, the TMC Investigates. Have you watched that? It's basically everything. They are giving us.
I'm just mentioning it because a lot of people in the public eye are on drugs.
And her children did interview in the UK on ITV.
They
her
did?
children, and
you guys,
yes,
that
talking about. And they
what
were
did you
even
say, Kelly?
No, I believe that everyone involved in this story has since come out and said that this is a fake story.
Oh, they did. They did.
Yeah, but they all.
Kevin and the boys did
illness, you guys. It's
right.
Illness.
She is not. She's not herself.
Yeah,
she's gone worse. Mental illness. It's
also
not
she's allegedly she locks herself. She binge sleeps like 3 days in a row, and then she'll be out doing like dance videos on Instagram. We've all seen it.
But a person can make you sleep 3 days in a row.
Husband,
AJ,
she'd be beating him up too.
Well,
and Sam is the only one who's actually keeping her alive. Because if it weren't for Sam, she would have probably not been here. And she's also allegedly she likes to sleep with knives under the bed. Under the pillow.
Well, that's
and somebody said, and that's why knives are not really present at her house because they're afraid she could snap and just like stop doing things. And and also the video, and also there's a tape leaked of her cursing her children out. Her husband.
Well, that's enough because I was going to do a story on it. But AJ, you know a lot about it.
Well, unfortunately, because when she was in that conservatorship, she was on so much medication. And the reason why I think she's acting the way she's acting, it takes a long time for that medicine to come out of your system. A long time.
Well, how come you guys have so much compassion for Britney Spears, but not Joseline?
I have
because Britney's not problematic. Joseline is.
Her mom and dad used her. She was a cash cow for everybody.
She was a cash cow.
Even for her sister as well, who went and had a baby.
Yeah. Also, Britney is not stumping someone out. I mean,
Joseline was kicking homegirl in the head.
Yeah, she was really trying to seriously injure this woman over a social media beef or something. It's just so.
She's gonna end up like Michael
Jackson. Needs to go to jail. I really think that she is doing these things because she feels that there's no consequence.
She is right. Because she is throwing hands. She's been beating up her Sam. In that documentary, she's been hitting
AJ.
Let me take this last question. Hold on 1 second. Hi, Michelle. How are you?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
Good. Sound off.
So, the only thing that I can speak on from today is the Roa. Marlo needs to go.
Thank you.
I did not like her from the moment she stepped on the scene as a friend. And then when they gave her the permanent cast situation, I was like, I barely watched it last season. I would come here and go to another, a couple of other places so that I could hear the updates. And it was only confirming what I knew, that she was bringing it down to the gutter where she is. And this doesn't have anything to do with Kandi or anybody else. She comes for whoever she does. And then she seems like she expects people to that people owe her something. And I don't understand where that comes from. But get rid of her. Just get rid of her and let's and get rid of the production. Because
a lot of my friends work over there. You want their jobs gone?
But the major people who are making they need to do a total revamp because they've been crossing the fourth wall all season long.
But Michelle, this is like the third try. We've been saying this for 3 seasons. It's time to go, don't you think?
It's time to go.
No. Tell them. No.
Yeah, because the revamp is working for OC, but it's not working in Atlanta.
They got the wrong production company. They need to.
It's the wrong production. It's trash, and it's like they're
right.
trying, what I enjoyed about the beginning, the light shade and all of that notwithstanding, I like seeing the ladies act like friends who at times had disagreements.
Yeah.
It is all about let's get a moment. Let's get a moment. Let's get a moment.
Right.
Last one of them. And it's not the formula that is what captured people's attention from the beginning.
Right. I agree with you, Michelle. It's like let's break each other down emotionally. Even with Beverly Hills, like it got uncomfortable. I didn't like it. I don't like when they get too rah-rah on there because the housewives, you expect something different.
Yeah. Marlo should be on like Baddies West or something. But
not only that,
Kandi should as well.
But not only that,
Kandi as well.
Exactly.
Kandi as well.
Someone over there.
Why is everybody going after Marlo? Kandi was
exactly.
Just as aggressive.
Wait, hold on, everybody. Hold on. What did you say, True?
Kandi was as aggressive as Marlo was. In fact, Marlo knows what she's capable of doing, so she kept her hands behind her back the whole time. But it seems like there's an agenda to put aggressive on her name, so everything is aggressive. If you get rid of Marlo, you won't have a show because she is the show.
Okay.
Nothing else going on.
That's what you
I mean, the show ain't going too well with all of them.
Exactly. The whole show is crap. But there's nothing going on besides Marlo and Kandi arguing or Marlo and Drew.
Okay. I really hold on, guys. I really like Marlo too, but what is her storyline, True?
Exactly. The children she went in every season.
Marlo's storyline was given to her by the producers. Go after Kandi. It's something going on with Kandi. Either they're trying
to get children
or antagonize, just like they did Nene, antagonize Kandi enough that she'll either leave or they'll cut her. You know how they do, they offer you less or whatever the situation is. But Marlo was the sick dog. I don't want to call her a dog. Marlo was the attack dog to go after Kandi and I believe Kenya. That's Marlo's job this season. If you can't,
she should go.
What, Sharrell, can I add to this? I think what we're missing between the whole Kandi and Marlo situation is Kandi has seen this same behavior from Marlo for years. She says she's sorry. She wants to move forward. Kandi attempts to move forward, and then Marlo drags it all the way back. So she's fed up, and she's at the point where she's trying to take a situation that happened to Marlo's nephew and pin Kandi and her businesses as the reason why he passed. And even when they showed all the footage from what actually happened, where Kandi said, "Oh, my bad," and even she consoled Marlo. What more did you expect for her? I'm sorry, Kandi is not one of your sugar daddies that you just wink an eye, sit on their lap, and expect a whole bunch of money in your Cash App or your Zelle. She owes you Jack Dilly squat. And the fact that she's trying to say, like, I've known this girl for 10 years and we're friends. Y'all are not friends. Y'all are acquaintances. You have shown your behind many times over to this girl, so she keeps you at a distance and deals with you how she deals with you. So the illusion in her mind that she thinks that that she's like, oh, we're close and I expect better from her. I was like, Marlo, when's the last time you were a good friend? You fell out with Nene. You fell out with Portia. You fell out with Kenya. You fell out with Sharrell. You fell out with Candy. You fell out with Cynthia. You fell out with Eva. You fell out with Shamar. You have fallen out with every single housewife that's been on that show. So you are not a goddamn friend to anybody, and you're probably not even a good enough aunt to those kids.
But let me tell you why she feels. Let me tell you why Marlo feels entitled to have Candy's approval or Candy's loyalty is because she banned with Candy and the rest of them to get rid of Nene. That's why Marlo feels that she's entitled, or she feels like this loyalty that Candy should have for her. She feels that's like, oh, I did this for you. Look, I helped you get rid of Nene.
How did she help her get rid of Nene?
Yeah,
how did she do that?
They got rid of Nene. I don't think it
they all band together. They all band together, and they all went out.
That wasn't. But that wasn't why. That's not why she left.
No, Marlo was friends with Nene her last season. So what are you talking about? Marlo helped them get.
Nene left the show.
Wait, AJ, I can't. Wait, hold on a second.
Marlo started turning her back on Nene, and she banned with just like now. It's always an alliance. Candy formed an alliance.
That was after she left.
When she got. Sorry.
She turned on her after she left the show. When Nene left,
no,
that's when her and Marlo fell out.
Let her finish. Go ahead. Go ahead.
It's true.
They all formed an alliance to get rid of Nene at one point. Marlo, Kenya, Candy, Cynthia, they all formed that alliance. You forget the whole thing when they were trying to bring
season 6, season 7 or something.
Yeah, 6 or 7. And I think that's why Marlo, and they were friends. Marlo and Candy were friends behind the scenes. Okay, so I think
friends is loose term. It's a loose term.
Candy claimed they were friends.
Remember, she dumped Walter. Walter dumped her. Then she needed someone else, and she lynched onto Marlo. And then that's why.
Yeah, Candy and Marlo was friends. Remember?
Nene can read them. Nene knew exactly what was going on. They're all fake. I'm Team Nene. I'm sorry.
But I'm just trying to break down the reason why I think Marlo feels like she's entitled to some loyalty from Candy.
She needs to go.
Because they were all in that alliance together. And that's what this is all about. It really is not about the nephew 2 years ago. It's about, hey, I need you to treat me. I have a peach now. I want to be like you and Kenya. I want this approval because remember now, Marlo has suffered rejection most of her life being in foster care. So she's looking for this acceptance from the big dogs, the Kenya and the Candy, and they're not giving her that. So she feels this rejection, but she also feels that rejection because I was loyal to you guys. I was in your alliance. We got rid of Nene. We got rid of Portia. So now,
but Marlo's always the jester. She was always the jester.
Kenya was rejected all her life too.
Right. Kenya was rejected, but see, Kenya has a beauty queen mindset. Like she still is above Marlo, even though they're Aquarius.
She's an actress.
That's together. Actress, beauty queen, duty booty, all of this stuff. Marlo just feels like she's above.
Did not see her go knock on her mother's door?
She's above Marlo. So
Marlo should not be.
That's what it is.
Period.
I love Marlo.
All right, you guys. I'm gonna wrap this up because we've been on an hour and a half. I mean, if you, Emmanuel, strictly going on Emmanuel. If you want me to review it next week, we will. But I think it'll be more of this because I'm angry. But I'm over it. I'm also going to take your advice. You said that Orange County is pretty good.
Yeah, like I said, the first episode got a lot of ratings, and I think that Tamra Judge, even though I'm not a big fan of her, she's definitely going and like shaking things up again, and it's a little bit more lighthearted. It's nothing too dark, you know? So I think it's worth at least giving it a try.
Yeah, I watched.
All right, you guys, I'm going to keep my eye on the Joseline story because I think she's going to do a little time with this one. I really do.
Oh, can I
Is she going to go to prison?
About Joseline? She's an embarrassment to the Latino community. She needs to be on a straitjacket. And I can't believe I liked her, but I stopped liking her when she went on the Wendy Williams show and tried to read Wendy on her own show.
She did.
Wendy is the one who introduced her to all of us. So
that's right.
Yeah.
And she threw flowers at her.
Is 100% real. I think Joseline, I think she has some accent, but I think she puts it on a little bit, and that is why it seems like she talks so strange.
No, I think she's slow. She's slow.
You guys don't forget to click that like button on your way out. If I didn't get to your call backstage, I do apologize. I'm simply out of time. I want to thank everyone for the super chat. You don't have to support the channel, and you do. So I appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. All right, everybody, on 3, let's say bye. 1, 2, 3. Bye, everybody.